Truthfully, I feel like every single human should write a book before they go. I do. I feel like every person should write a book. And if you're like, I don't want to write a book, start a podcast so it's all documented somewhere. Because, like, who were you while you are on this planet? Think about what I'm saying. Like, who were you? Who were you? Who has all the details? Where's the record? Like, if you don't have A to Z record of what happened, your story, who you were, it goes. It's gone. It's in the grave. It's never going to be recovered. And then what's going to happen is all the people left, you know what they're going to do? They're going to fuck up your story. They're going to talk about all types of foolishness. They're going to mismatch details and dates and who it was with and when. They're also going to make up narratives to better set their agendas, their ideas, their insecurities, their fears. They're going to say and do whatever they want so that it meets their personal objectives. You don't want that to happen. I mean, can you imagine, like, for those of you, let me tell you specific, I'm going to go deep. For those of you who are sexually assaulted, sexually abused, for those of you who are raped, I know I say it so like, but I know for a fact, like hands down, there's a story inside of this that you've never told, or you've like told your best friend or your cousin. And the truth is that you may have a daughter, a son, a child, someone in your life who needs to know what is the truth, because they're seeing weirdness, they're feeling unwholeness, they're not trying to navigate whatever is happening around them, and it's not making sense. And it's because you won't tell that part of the story, right? But let's say something happens to you for whatever reason, and it's horrible when something happens. But let's say something happens, and then the accused, the asshole who's in the story, right? I don't know how else to say it. Pops up out of nowhere to cover their tracks, and then they make all types of shit up. You know how bad that is? Like, I can't imagine for myself, my daughters not knowing my own truth. Like, I can't imagine that. I can't imagine someone else trying to say, no, Tiffany was the this and then that. I remember one day someone trying to tell me narratives around me being a lush, fast. I remember hearing a word about one of my sisters that she was boy crazy. And I'm like, those things are not true. That is not a true statement. But if this woman doesn't tell her own story, we can believe whatever the hell we want, because whatever the hell will be said by whoever the hell, probably either asshole number one or asshole number two. You can't let that happen. So if you haven't thought to yourself, I want to see what's inside of my story, I've never really thought about it, I have a workbook that we have just put out for the workshops. It was only going to be